In 1920s Germany, a former schoolteacher started a newspaper that would poison millions of minds. Julius Streicher's Der Stürmer wasn't just news, it was a weapon. With grotesque cartoons and vile lies, it spread hatred like a disease. But what drove this man to such extremes? And how did his words lead to unspeakable horrors? The answers lie in a story of ambition, corruption, and a shocking downfall. But before we uncover the next chilling twist in Streicher's dark legacy, if this haunting tale has unsettled you, smash that like button and subscribe for more gripping crime stories that delve into the shadows of history. Now back to the twisted narrative of Julius Streicher and the venomous propaganda that fueled an era of hate. Julius Streicher began as an elementary school teacher in Nuremberg, respected and ordinary. After serving bravely in World War I, he returned to a Germany humiliated by defeat. He fell into radical nationalist circles, blaming Jews for the country's troubles. In 1922, he joined the Nazi Party, seeing it as a path to power. But it was in 1923, on Hitler's birthday, that he launched Der Stürmer, a tabloid that would become his legacy. Initially, it had a small circulation, but its message resonated with those seeking scapegoats. The newspaper's content was designed to shock and inflame. It featured racist cartoons by Philipp Ruprecht, depicting Jews as monstrous figures. Stories accused them of blood libel and sexual crimes, playing on deep-seated fears. Streicher used simple, crude language to appeal to the masses, and he set up public display boxes so even the poor could read it. Circulation soared, reaching nearly 500,000 by 1937. But behind the scenes, his methods drew criticism from other Nazis who saw him as too extreme. Despite internal disputes, like when Goering banned it after attacks on his family, Hitler always backed Streicher. The Führer believed the paper was essential for radicalizing ordinary Germans. Streicher grew wealthy from his publishing empire, even profiting from seized Jewish properties. He expanded into children's books like The Poisonous Mushroom, teaching kids to hate. But as World War II escalated, his influence waned, and he was stripped of power in 1939 for corruption. Yet he kept publishing, unaware of the reckoning to come. When the war ended, Streicher was arrested and faced the Nuremberg trials. Prosecutors presented Der Stürmer as evidence, arguing his propaganda made him complicit in genocide. They showed how he incited hatred even as Jews were being murdered. Streicher defended himself, claiming he was just a publisher. But the tribunal saw through it, labeling him Jew baiter number 1. The world watched as his own words were used against him, setting the stage for a historic verdict. In a stunning twist, Streicher was convicted not for direct violence, but for crimes against humanity, specifically inciting genocide through propaganda. He became the first person in history held accountable for using media to fuel mass murder. On October 16, 1946, he was executed by hanging. His death marked a legal precedent. Words could be as deadly as weapons. The man who spent years dehumanizing others was ultimately destroyed by the very hatred he propagated. Julius Streicher's story is a grim reminder of how propaganda can corrupt and kill. From teacher to propagandist, he showed the danger of unchecked hatred. His conviction set a global standard against incitement. But could something like this happen again? What do you think drives people to spread such venom? Share your thoughts in the comments, and remember to follow for more unsettling true stories.